Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another video of C++ for beginners. And first things first, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon as well and share this video with everyone. It really helps me to reach a lot more people. And in this video, I want to show you how you can reverse a number. So your user is going to enter a number, and what we want to do is we want to write out that number in reverse. So reverse the order of the digits of that number. And here I have opened my Visual Studio, so let's copy the text of this task like this. And the first thing that we need to do is we need to really create a variable. So let's say int number like this, so that our user can enter his value in this variable here. So let's write out a message to our user. So let's say cout number like this, so that our user knows that he should enter a number, and then let's accept that value in our number variable. Number, like this. Now, after our user has entered a number, let's really think about how we are going to solve this problem. Okay, I get it. So the first thing that I notice here is that we are missing a variable, and that variable is going to be the one that is going to hold our reversed number. So let's declare it here. I'm going to add it here, and I'm going to call it, let's say, reversed number, like this. And I'm initially going to assign it a value of 0. Okay, and now the algorithm that we are going to use in order to solve this task, in order to reverse our number. So the algorithm that we are going to use is going to be the following. So this reverse number here, it is holding a value of 0 initially, and this number here is the one that our user enters. So let's say, for example, that our user enters a value of 123, like this, so 123. So how we are going to reverse this number here? The algorithm is going to be following. So we are going to iterate through this number here. So all the digits of this number here, we are going to go through those. And in each iteration, we are going to do the following. So the first thing is we are going to say, please take this reverse number and multiply it by 10. So 0 times 10 is going to stay 0. After that, what we are going to do is we are going to take this last digit of our number that our user has entered, and we are going to add that number to our reverse number. So 0 plus 3, and that is going to be equal to 3. And after that, we are going to really remove that last digit of our number. So I'm going to delete that digit. And then in our next iteration, what we are going to do is the same thing. So we are taking this reversed number, we are going to multiply it by 10. So I'm going to say 3 times 10, that is going to be equal to 30. And after that, we are going to take this last digit of our number, and we are going to add that digit to this number here, so to this reversed number. So 30 plus 2, that is going to be equal to 32. And then we can really remove this last digit here. So I'm going to delete it. After that, we are going to the third iteration, and we are doing the same thing. So we are taking this reversed number, multiplying it by 10. So 32 times 10 is going to be equal to 320. And then we are taking the last digit of our number. This is this one here. And we have to add that digit to our reversed number. So 320 plus 1 is going to be equal to 321. And after that, as we did before, we can really remove this digit here. And then in my next iteration, we are going to come here again, and our loop is really going to see that there is nothing else left to iterate through. So there are no more digits. And then it is really going to leave that loop. And at that moment, we are really going to have our reversed number. So 321, that is reversed number from the one that our user has initially entered. So let's now translate this algorithm into our code. So the loop that we are going to use in order to solve this problem here is going to be while loop. So I'm going to write while, And then in these parentheses here, I'm going to really give it an expression that is going to check each time that it wants to run an iteration. And what we are going to iterate through are the digits of this number here, so the number that our user has entered. So I'm going to say, please iterate through this part here, so execute this block of code here, which is currently empty, while our number, so number, where is it, is different than 0, like this. Okay, and inside here we are going to write out the algorithm that I just explained. And the first step of that algorithm was really multiplying our reverse number by 10. So I'm going to say reverse number is equal to reverse number times 10, like this. Okay, and the shorter way to write this expression here is going to be like this. So you can really take this part here, delete it, and say it like this. It is going to do absolutely the same thing. So it is going to really multiply our reversed number by 10, and then whatever that results in, it is going to assign that back to our reversed number. So that was the first step. The second step in order to reverse our number is going to be really to take the last digit of this number that our user has entered. So how can we do that? We can do that by modulating this number here by 10. So I'm going to declare a variable. Let's call it last digit, like this. And as we already said, we can get that last digit if we modulate this number here. Where is it? So this number that our user has entered by 10, okay, that is going to give us the last digit of this number here. And then what we really want to do is we really want to add that last digit to our reversed number. That was one part of this algorithm, so the next step. So I'm going to say reversed number plus equal to last digit, like this. Or you can write it a longer way, but this way I prefer to write it this way. But you can as well say reverse number is equal to reverse number plus last digit. And after we have added that last digit to our reverse number, there is one more step left to do, and that is to really take that last digit from our number. And how we can do that? Well, we can really do that by dividing our number by 10. So you can say number is equal to number divided by 10, or number divided equal to 10, whichever way you prefer. Okay, so this is really the algorithm that we explained, and this step here you can really write out the shorter way if you want. So you can say, for example, reverse number plus equal to number modulated by 10, like this. So you can make your code a bit more readable if you prefer it this way, or you can leave this part here and then really add your last digit to your reversed number. So now that we have done this algorithm here, let's write out our reversed number and see what we have done. So I'm going to write out cout, and I'm going to say reversed, like this, okay. And I'm going to write out our reversed number. Okay, let me delete these empty spaces, and if I run my program now, it asks us to enter a number. So let's enter number 123, and now if I press enter, you can see that our program has really reversed this number here. So let's quickly one more time explain how this has happened. So our while loop has really iterated through this number here, so that in each iteration it is going to do the following. So it is going to take our reverse number, and initially that reverse number is equal to 0, so it is going to multiply that by 10, so it stays 0. And after that is going to take that reverse number and add it the last digit of our number that our user has entered. So that is going to be in a first iteration number 3. So our reverse number in that case becomes 3. So 0 plus 3 is equal to 3. And after that we are going to really take that last digit from our number that our user has entered. So it has taken this 3 part away. And then in the second iteration that's coming here, it is going to check again whether our number is not equal to 0. And our number is going to be 12 in that situation, so that is not equal to 0. So it enters here again. It executes this block of code here. So it says again, please multiply my reverse number by 10 and assign that again to my reverse number. So our reverse number was 3, and if you multiply by 10, if you multiply 3 by 10, you're going to get 30. After that, it is taking the last digit of the number that our user has entered, which is 2 now, because 3 we have taken away in our previous iteration. So it is going to add that 2 to my reversed number. So reverse number is going to become 32 now. And then it is really going to take that last digit from our number away. It is going to divide it by 10. So now we are left with number 1, and our reverse number is equal to 32. And then it goes back to our third iteration. It checks again whether our number, so whether our remaining number is equal to 0, and this 1 here is the value of our number, so that is not equal to 0, so this condition here is fulfilled. It can enter the while loop, so it does this algorithm here again. So it says, please multiply my reverse number by 10. Our reverse number at this point is 32, so when you multiply that by 10, you get 320. And then after that, it takes the last digit of our number, which is going to be this one. So this one here, which is the last one remaining. So it is going to take this one and add it to my reversed number, as you can see here. And then it is really going to take that last digit away. So it is going to take all of these 3 digits away. So it has taken them in the previous iterations, and now it has taken this one away as well. So our number is equal to 0 now. And then it goes back to our fourth iteration. It checks whether our number is not equal to 0, but in this iteration our number is equal to 0. So it really leaves this loop here. So it is not going to enter in this loop anymore, and then it goes here and it really writes out the value of our reversed number, which is this line of code here. So that is how we have reversed our number. So I hope that you like this video and that you understand this explanation. If you have any questions, write those in the comments down below, and also share this video with all your friends, with anyone who would like to learn programming. And thanks for watching. I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye.